Well, now I'm so pleased to introduce my next guest. He's a good friend of mine who's a missionary in Haiti with Seeds of Hope Ministries, an outreach that helps people through feeding programs, clothing, education, employment, and housing. We have some footage here of Anthony just arriving in Montreal yesterday. He was airlifted out by the Canadian military with his wife Edna and his 3-month-old son Ben. His wife has 3 family members missing, and Anthony says arriving back in Canada was an emotional return.
There's just so many dead. And you know, we couldn't get them out. There's just so many children killed and adults. But
Anthony, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're well and your family's well.
thank you, Cheryl.
You've just lived through quite a trauma, and I know you're just back. It's still pretty fresh for you. Tell me what that day was like of the earthquake.
Oh, it was just another day in Haiti. It was beautiful sunny day, and I just arrived back to the house after seeing some people that we work with, some families, and about 10 to 5, I was only in the house maybe 1 minute, and all of a sudden, it just sounded like a train. Train was coming, and all of a sudden, all the glass and dishes just started coming out of the kitchen where I was, and I heard my wife screaming, and I just yelled, "Where are you?" And I looked down the hall, and the hallway, it was just like I didn't know what I was seeing. The walls were going back and forth. Edna was on the floor. She got knocked down. And so I managed to get her up, and our little son was sleeping in the crib, and just the furniture coming down, just all this noise. It was so loud, and hearing buildings collapsing out front, and I just grabbed them, and out we go. But you know, I had such a peace in my heart. I just felt the Lord speak to me saying, "You're going to be okay." And I couldn't believe how calm I was, actually. We got out of the house, and what really struck me was just the devastation around us. A hotel collapsed right in front of us. A neighbor's home collapsed. We were literally dodging blocks from houses coming down. Our house stood, but it got some major fractures, but it was just people screaming and telephone poles coming down. It was amazing. I think it only lasted 30 seconds, but it just felt like a bomb was dropped, is what it looked like.
And you brought some pictures with us, with you. Tell us what we're looking at here.
That's actually the hotel that went down in front of us. That was a 3-story. That's the Catholic Church.
Not much left of it there,
no.
yeah.
No, that's just another building in town. It just devastated. This is a family that we worked through a feeding program, and they lost everything. You know,
wow, that's their house behind them.
That's their house.
There.
They're standing in their house.
That's incredible.
Yeah, this is where so many people were squatting. Not squatting, but they had to go to a park area because their homes were gone. So everybody just congregated together. And this is my wife, Edna. We had to live in a bus. We lived in the back of a bus with my son because our home was badly damaged, so we're not able to go in it yet.
I remember you emailing me that. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's us boarding the big plane.
To get out of here, the military took you?
Yeah, and again, as our other guest said, the military has just been incredible. Canada's doing a great job. That's us in the plane coming home. And
first time your wife's been in Canada? And
yeah,
your
first
son?
time. It's the only reason I came back was because of them, really, and the safety. And
I
didn't want to leave the people. Oh, no, I didn't want to leave.
And you're in Grand Guave, which is really like about 15 kilometers from what they think is the epicenter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what does your town look like?
Oh, it looks like a war zone. That's how I describe it to everybody. It's just destruction and devastation everywhere, and people lying in the street sleeping now because of their homes were, just destroyed. It just looks like a bomb.
And what were the days like afterwards then? Because this happens, and then what happens after that, after something of that magnitude?
Well, right after it, you just go into a battle mode or something. At least I did, and it's just trying to get to the people. The first thing I did was try and visit the people that we help, and just seeing the devastation and trying to find people.
You haven't found them all, have you?
No. And it's going to be months before they recover people because there's no infrastructure there to help. It's all manual labor, and you're talking breaking blocks of cement with hammers. There's no concrete saws, there's nothing. It was poor before this happened.
So what can Canadians do to make a difference in this? Because you've come back here and you really want to testify and be a witness of what's happening there. And what do you want to encourage Canadians to do?
Oh, well, first, brothers and sisters in the Lord, we got to pray for these people. We really do. It's amazing the life they had before this. It's how they live is so hard. And so we need to pray to our God and for his care, his protection, his hope, and also just support the ministries that are down there. and to continue their work, and because now the needs are going to be so much more.
And you're going back pretty soon, aren't you, if you can?
I'm going back as soon as we can, and because I know what they're going through now, and yeah, now's the time we need to get back and be with the people.
Well, I'm so glad you and your family are safe. We'll keep praying for your friends as well, Anthony, and thank you so much for coming in today. I hope you recover well.
Oh, thank you so much.
God bless.
I'm blessed to be here.